Hey guys, it's CJ here of YugaTech. Today, we're pitting two affordable Android tablets head-to-head. The Redmi Pad 2 and the OPPO Pad SE. Both sit comfortably in the budget range and at first glance, they seem to cover the basics well. But if you're looking for a new tablet to handle your study grind, catch up on the sessions you've missed, or maybe just a casual gaming break, which one should you go for? Let's break it all down to help you decide which one is for you. Roll that intro. Both tablets embrace a clean, modern design, but they take slightly different approaches in execution. The Redmi Pad 2 features a unibody metal design that gives it a sturdy and substantial feel in hand. It's available in gray, and despite the size, it feels easy to grip thanks to its flat sides and slim profile. Redmi adds a bit of practicality here. This tablet includes a 3.5mm headphone jack, which is a big plus if you're using wired headphones for calls, videos, or schoolwork. It also has a 4G LTE variant, which adds a SIM card tray on the side. That gives you the option to stay connected anywhere without relying solely on Wi-Fi, which is a big plus for students or commuters who need access to mobile data on the go. Meanwhile, the OPPO Pad SE also features a sleek aluminum alloy body with a minimalist aesthetic. Our Starlight Silver unit has a subtle two-tone matte finish that looks modern without being flashy. It's a bit heavier at 530 grams and slightly thicker at 739mm, but the curved edges and soft textures make it easy on the hands. One thing to note though, neither tablets offer any form of official splash or dust resistance. So if you're planning to use it while traveling or out and about, it's a good idea to pair either device with a protective case. While OPPO may be sleeker, Redmi's practical additions like the headphone jack and SIM support give it the edge in usability, which means it's taking the point here. Both tablets support 11-inch IPS LCD displays, but they differ slightly in resolution and refresh rate. The Redmi Pad 2 delivers a 2000 by 1200 resolution with a smooth 90Hz refresh rate. Brightness peaks at around 400 nits, which makes it acceptable for indoor use. It also supports Widevine L1, so you can stream Netflix and YouTube in full HD. The screen is great for media consumption, light editing, and even ebook reading. The OPPO Pad SE, meanwhile, matches that 11-inch form factor, but has a slightly smaller resolution, also with a 90Hz refresh rate. Its brightness goes up to 500 nits, which offers slightly better visibility under strong lighting. Like the Redmi Pad 2, it also supports Widevine L1 and plays YouTube videos up to 4K resolution. In terms of audio, both tablets offer quad speaker setups with Dolby Atmos support. Sound quality is loud and immersive for watching movies or casual gaming, though don't expect booming bass. The OPPO Pad SE tends to sound a bit clearer at high volumes, but both perform well for this category. Neither tablets have a fingerprint sensor, as they rely solely on face unlock via the front camera. It works decently, but security-wise, it's not reliable as biometric authentication. So you won't be buying either tablet for their camera. The OPPO Pad SE setup uses a 5MP on the front and rear, while the Redmi Pad 2 comes equipped with an 8MP rear and a 5MP front camera. The OPPO Pad SE delivers okay quality in good lighting, but the details and dynamic range are limited. The Redmi Pad 2 performs similarly, though it tends to produce slightly warmer tones. Photos from either tablet are passable in well-lit conditions, but lack detail and dynamic range. Low-light shots are muddy, and video capture maxes out at 1080p by 30 frames per second with no stabilization. Still, they're usable for video calls, online classes, or snapping quick references. If you want proper photos or videos, stick with your smartphone. This is a sample video for the Redmi Pad 2 and the OPPO Pad SE. So this is what the rear camera looks like. It's shooting at 1080p at 30 frames per second for both cameras. So it looks like if we do an up close for the Redmi Pad, and then an up close for the OPPO Pad. Hey! Under the hood, the Redmi Pad 2 runs the MediaTek Helio chipset. It's paired with 4 or 6GB of RAM and up to 128GB of storage, which can be expandable via microSD. This chipset is geared more towards efficiency rather than raw power, but it handles everyday tasks well. It's ideal for light to moderate use like YouTube, Gmail, note-taking, or even light gaming. In fact, games like Pokemon Unite run well at high settings, and Path to Nowhere is generally smooth except for some stutters during ultimates. For more demanding games like Wuthering Waves or Zenless Zone Zero, however, performance drops quickly. The OPPO Pad SE, on the other hand, uses a MediaTek Helio chipset. And in our tests, it only came with 4GB of RAM and 128GB of non-expandable storage. In general use, it's snappy enough. With heavier multitasking, you'll feel the RAM limit kick in. No microSD card slot is a noticeable limitation here, especially if you store a lot of offline videos or documents. So because of that, we're gonna have to give our point the Redmi Pad 2. The Redmi Pad 2 runs on HyperOS 2 based on Android 15. It offers a tablet-optimized interface with a clean, familiar MIUI-like feel. However, oddly enough, it lacks support for dual-screen mode and floating window multitasking that users would usually see in a tablet. On the other hand, the OPPO Pad SE runs on ColorOS 15, also based on Android 15. It provides a slightly more refined tablet experience with better multitasking options, including dual-screen mode and advanced floating windows. This makes switching between apps and working with multiple apps side by side more fluid and convenient. Both are lightweight and don't have too much bloatware, keeping performance smooth. Thanks to ColorOS 15's superior multitasking with dual screen and advanced floating window support, OPPO pulls ahead for users who want a more flexible and productive tablet experience. The OPPO Pad SE packs a 9340 mAh battery paired with 33-watt wired charging, and that extra capacity truly shows in daily use. During our time with the tablet, it easily lasted over 2 days of regular use. We didn't do much gaming, but the hours spent binge-watching, reading, and doom-scrolling on TikTok were relentless. To back this up, the OPPO Pad SE achieved an impressive 17 hours and 56 minutes in the PCMark battery test. Charging is fast with 33-watt support, but there is a catch. There's no charger included in the box. Using a non-Super VOOC charger took a little over 2 hours to fully charge the tablet. In terms of connectivity, our OPPO Pad SE unit is limited to Wi-Fi only in the Philippines, supporting Wi-Fi 5 and Bluetooth 5.4. Switching over to the Redmi Pad 2, it supports Wi-Fi 5 and Bluetooth 5.3, along with a practical 4G SIM variant, allowing mobile data on the go, a key advantage if you need internet access away from Wi-Fi. Battery-wise, the Redmi Pad 2 packs a slightly smaller but still generous 9000 mAh battery. It consistently delivers excellent runtime, lasting up to 2 full days with regular use, depending on your habits. In PCMark's battery test, the Redmi Pad 2 scored an outstanding 21 hours and 20 minutes, which is notably better than most tablets in this price range. Charging comes via 18-watt wired charging, with a full charge taking about 2 to 2.5 hours. It's not the fastest out there, but with that kind of battery life, you won't be tethered to a cable often. Overall, OPPO impresses with longer real-world endurance and faster charging potential if you have the right charger, while Redmi wins on connectivity flexibility thanks to its 4G SIM option and delivers excellent battery endurance too. At the end of the day, both the Redmi Pad 2 and the OPPO Pad SE deliver great values for their price. The Redmi Pad 2 brings more practicality with its headphone jack, 4G SIM support, expandable storage, and slightly better overall performance in everyday tasks and casual gaming. It also edges out on multimedia with louder speakers and better audio flexibility. On the other hand, the OPPO Pad SE takes the lead in software features. Its multitasking capabilities like floating windows and dual window support are generally useful for productivity, and its larger battery with faster charging makes it the better pick for long usage sessions. So, which one should you pick? If you need a tablet for light gaming, offline content, and flexible connectivity on the go, the Redmi Pad 2 is the better rounded choice here. But if you're more into reading, note-taking, and need productivity features like multitasking with multiple apps open, the OPPO Pad SE might suit you better, especially with its clean interface and longer battery life. As for pricing, the Redmi Pad 2 starts at 10,499 pesos, while the OPPO Pad SE is priced slightly lower at 9,999 pesos. Either way, you're getting a solid budget tablet, so just make sure you pick the one that matches how you plan to use it. But hey, what do you guys think? Which tablet would you prefer between these two? We'd love to hear your insight in the comment section below. If you find this video helpful or informative, give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell icon, get notified of our future uploads. Check us out on our socials, that's Facebook, Instagram, X, and TikTok, and visit yukotech.com for the latest tech news and reviews. Once again, this has been CJ, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye! See you later!